Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 17. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's episode we're back on the rider career and we're still on the Moto2 season, coming towards the end. If we can get a win today we should take the championship, so I'm really looking forward to it. But Motegi's not the easiest circuit, so this could be a tricky one. So let's get straight into it, so here we go. Right, so that's the qualifying out the way, and it was a wet qualifying, but I really struggled on the KTM in the wet around this circuit. So this could be a challenging race, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be a wet race. We're just going to have to wait and see. So let's get straight into it and see if we can get some more points on the board.
Hello and welcome to our coverage of the Japanese Grand Prix. The images you're seeing on your screens are coming to you live from the Motegi circuit, where the 15th Moto2 race of the year is about to begin. As you can see at the moment, the sky is covered with a thick layer of cloud, but according to the latest weather reports, we're assured that it isn't going to rain. The riders have taken up their positions on the starting grid at Motegi and are preparing to face one of the most demanding Grand Prix on the entire calendar.
Right, so here we go with the Japanese GP around the Motegi circuit, and we've got dry conditions, which is absolutely brilliant. Now I've gone for the soft option on the tyres. Hopefully that will last over the 6 laps, but it's not going to be easy. So let's see if we can get a good start. That wasn't too bad, but I've got no idea why this bike doesn't perform in the wet, but I just could not get around the corners without losing the back end, and I was really struggling. So hopefully we can be better in the dry, and that wasn't too bad, that first corner, and we're up to P6, so that's a good steady start. Now we're going to have to manage those tyres really well over these 6 laps, as this is a very, very difficult circuit. Right, get nice and tight in. We should be able to get up the inside of Bassini, and we do, in behind Luti. Right, let's just try and settle down. They've all gone bombing out, and I think it's Morbidelli that's in the lead of the race, and Marquez is up there as well. Right, let's just try and stick with them. Oh God, I thought Bassini was going to go into the back of me then. I managed to take an inside line, and I've gone right beside Luti here. Can I just try and hold this line here, and can we slip past him through this turn? Just try and hold the speed. Right, slow it down. This can be a very difficult turn if you don't manage it right. Right, get nice and tight, and we've managed just to slip past Luti there, and we're up to P4. So this isn't a bad start, but if we don't do really well in the first couple of laps, that's when you're going to see the difficulty. Because what I find on this circuit is that once the tyres starts wearing out, it's very difficult to maintain the pace. We're not doing too bad at the moment. We're up to P3, and we're settling really well into this first lap, which is good. Right, just try and take a nice line around there. It wasn't too bad. I definitely don't have the pace around here on the KTM, so I'm just going to have to be very consistent. Right, let's just try and nail this corner down here. This one's one that I see even the AI struggle on. Right, let's try and slow it down, slow it down. Oh God, I didn't think it was going to stop. We just managed to stop it, but we've got Oliveira, our teammate, sitting behind us, so we're going to have to make sure he doesn't take us out. Right, let's try and line up this turn. They really struggle in that last turn, and I've taken full advantage of that, and I'm into the lead. So that's not a bad start to this GP, but we've still got another 5 laps to go, and anything can happen. And here comes, oh God, Marquez is going back up the inside. Can I just try and make a manoeuvre and get back up the inside? Yes, I do, and I'm back into the lead. I was pretty sure he was going to make that move, but luckily I managed to manage that well. So let's just try and have a look at the tyres. It's looking like the front one's just worn down slightly. The back looks pretty damn decent, and that is a good start. Now going with a soft option on 6 laps. Oh God, does Marquez just come in the inside? Oh bloody hell, just forced me out wide. Yeah, going on the soft option is always a risk, but I'm hoping it's going to be a risk worth taking, because I just didn't have the grip on the other tyres. And oh, Morbidelli's trying to make a challenge here, so I'm getting a little bit of a battle here on the second lap, so I'm just trying to hold my own. Hopefully I can settle into a better rhythm than this and just try and just pull away slightly, but it's not really happening for me. Just trying to hold it nice and tight into those turns, stay off the curb, not too bad, but those two other riders behind us are very, very quick round here, and we're setting a decent pace in qualifying. God, did just a little bit of contact there, and I think that was, oh, it was Morbidelli. I thought that was Marquez, but them two are really having a good old battle behind me, so hopefully that will slow them down eventually. Just trying to hold it into that turn, not too bad, trying to get a good drive out that turn, and we have just pulled away slightly, but it's only a 0.2 gap, so that ain't going to last long. Right, we've got to nail this corner again. Just try and slow it down. Don't want to spin up that rear tyre, and there goes Motegi. Really struggled onto the curb, and I've managed just to get away slightly through there. Right, just keep it nice and steady through here. This is where we're going to gain a bit of time on the AI, as they don't do that last corner very well, and we have. So we've managed just to pull it away slightly. And looking at the tyres, they still don't look too bad. We've still got another 4 laps to go, so we're just going to have to try and keep that that way. Just try not to. I'm not going to gun it through the corners too much, because spinning up the rear tyre is a major problem in the races when you up it to 25%, because they just really don't last. Even sometimes the medium tyres don't last. It's really difficult, because I've only used the hard tyres a couple of times, and I'll tell you what, it's like racing on with ice on your tyres, because they just don't grip at all and you just slide everywhere. But it's something that I'm going to have to try eventually, because we will try a couple of races on even more laps just to see what it's like. And we are still holding it here, not too bad. Just trying to keep an eye on the distance. I don't want to push it too hard. I just want to try and manage these tyres right to the last couple of laps. Nicely done through there. Just keep it nice and smooth. There's no need to just push it too hard. As long as we just maintain that little bit of breathing space, we should be okay. And the tyres still look okay. If anything, it's the front one that looks like it's wearing down the most. And let's just try and hold it through here. We've still got a little bit of breathing space. Let's see what the gap is at the next checkpoint. Let's get it nicely done down there. Just trying not to spin up the rear tyre. Just slowly open the throttle, and it's 0.8. So we've just pulled away a little bit more, which is brilliant. Coming towards the end of this 3rd lap, and we're almost at the halfway point. And this is where we're going to start to see a little bit of tyre wear coming into play, and we've just got to try and manage it. Right, looks like my teammate Oliveira's having a right battle with Marcus, and that's good to see. Right, get a nice turn there, and we're just going over the finish line. And looking at the tyres, still that rear tyre, even the soft rear tyre, is managing really well around here, which is absolutely brilliant. I think it's because I'm trying so hard not to spin up the rear, it's lasting a little bit longer. Right, let's just try and extend that gap a little bit more on this lap, and then we can go into the final 2 laps, and hopefully, oh god, just felt a little bit of lack of grip then. Only slightly, but it's mainly on the front tyre for some reason. I'm not feeling it's very grippy at the front. It felt really poor in that last turn. Right, let's slow it down. Yeah, it's definitely not feeling the same now, and this is where it starts affecting the times, and they've caught up again. I knew this would happen eventually. Let's just try and hold it nice and tight through there, but I don't want, like I said, I don't want to push it too hard, because so many times I've raced on the 25%. I've got all the way to the last lap, tried to push it too hard, and then I've come off. So we don't want that to happen. I think if we win this race today, or finish within the top 10, I think we get enough points to take the championship early. And I'm going to ask you a few things at the end of the video if that's the case, because I might put something to a vote. So just wait to the end of the video for that. Right, let's just try and hold it through there. That's not too bad. And yes, that front tyre's looking pretty worn now, so we're going to have to just try and take it a little bit gentler into the corners and try and brake a little bit earlier, because it's not going to stop as quick. Right, let's try, and that's much better. Just making sure that we get into that turn nicely, and let's just try and maintain this little bit of breathing space we've just got. Right, again through there, right onto the apex, and we've got 2 more laps to go. Let's just try, and I need to just, I think if we can just get a little bit further, so we've got just over a second over Morbidelli, if we can just extend that a little bit more on this lap, then we can take a real nice, smooth, gentle run on the last lap, and hopefully we won't have any issues. Right, this corner's really tough. Slow it down a little bit earlier. Just, again, just not feeling the grip now. This is where I find it difficult, and that front tyre is starting to wear down pretty quickly now. So, but we still got almost a second from Morbidelli, so we should be okay. Again, not as much grip into that turn, but just holding nice and tight. Let's just keep it nice and steady through here. Just try not to spin up that wheel too much, and again, just keep it nice and steady. And let me know in the comments below if you've used this KTM on the Moto2 season. I mean, I must admit, it has some good points. I think it's just the suspension on it doesn't feel too bad. I just think it lacks a little bit of speed. I don't think it's as quick as some of the other bikes. I just feel when I'm on the straights or accelerating off, it's not as quick as the others. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad bike. I think the brakes are probably not as good as the KPG and the Honda. But yeah, it's other than that, it's okay. Right, let's try and get nicely tight into there. Right, let's kind of hold it through here. Nicely does it towards the last lap. So here we go, one more lap to go, and let's just try and be careful now. That front tyre looks pretty damn worn, so we're going to have to manage that really well now. Right, slow it down, be careful. And Morbidelli's just hit the fastest lap of the race, so he's on it, and he's probably going to close in on me if I make any mistakes. Let's keep it nice and steady through here. Just try and take a nice gentle run. Don't want to go on the curbs too much because we could lose that front end. We know what the Moto3 KTM was like. It was absolutely horrific. Let's try and slow it down. Oh God, that a little bit tight. Again, not stopping it very quick onto the curb, and that has really made the gap close now. And Morbidelli's on one now, so we're going to have to make sure we don't make any more errors, because he's closing in. It's just over half a second. Right, let's just try not to make any mistakes. Nice and steady around there. Oh God, stay off the curb. Right, I hate this corner. Slow it down. Nice and gentle. Keep it steady. Oh God, he's right in behind me. Oh my God, he's really closed the gap. Oh, this is going to go down to the wire. Right, let's just try and slow it down into this turn. Is he going to be quicker? I think he's right in behind me. Oh my God, he has really closed the gap. It's going to go down to the last couple of corners. Hopefully I should be okay, but I think he's going to get my slipstream. He's going to come down the side of me here into the turn. Oh my God, we go into the turn together, but I just managed to just pull away. No, he's going to take the inside line here. Oh my God, he's going to go for it here, but can we just hold back? We know he's going to go a little bit wider into that turn. Right, we've gone into the inside. Are we going to beat him to the line? Oh my God, he's going to get the slipstream, but I don't think he's going to get me. Oh, what a close finish that was. Morbidelli absolutely flew on that last lap. Oh, what a race that was. What a last couple of laps by Morbidelli. He really pushed me in those last couple of corners, but I managed to hold on for the 25 points and the win. Now that should put us in a good position, and yes, over 105 point lead, and that will put us as the champion. Yes, we take the Moto2 championship, which is absolutely amazing. But now guys, I want you to vote. Now, I think we could move on to the MotoGP bike. We can just forward the season on as we're already the champion. And I want you to vote to what bike you want to see me on. Now, we've already used the Suzuki and the Yamaha in the managerial career, and we're going to be stepping up to the Ducati on the managerial career. So it's all the other bikes left. There's the Aprilia, the KTM, or the Honda. Which one of those three do you want to see me on in this rider career where we do the 25% laps? Let me know in the comments below, and the winner I will reveal in the next episode, and hopefully we can just step straight onto the MotoGP bikes in the 25% laps and see if we can win that on that level. It should be really interesting. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you very, very, very soon.